So I just got these 4-hole fuel injectors. I hope it's focusing there. There's 4 holes where the traditional one has 1 hole for the fuel to squirt out of. I'm going to talk about these in a little bit, but let's start putting them in. So the idea with these over the single port fuel injectors is that the 4 holes force the gas into a mist, and this improves the atomization of the gas and basically just gives it more surface area for the spark to ignite, and this in turn is said to increase the engine performance and fuel efficiency. Now, I've also read that when you do this type of upgrade, it's also recommended that you upgrade to a premium spark plug, like maybe double iridium, and also run a hotter ignition coil. I do have the double iridium spark plugs, but I don't currently have the ignition coil yet, but this way I can test it to see how it does before and after. And I got these ones on eBay. I'll drop the link in the description, but the thing about 4-hole injectors is that you have to buy them remanufactured. Nobody makes them new. These ones are Denso injectors. I've also seen Bosch ones, and I'm sure other people make them as well. All right, let's fire it up and see how she runs. Okay. Well, we got one of them leaking. Dang it. Alright, let's see what that's about. So it's not leaking anymore. I don't know, you can hear that definitely. I think what that is that it said after you put these new injectors in, the computer kind of needs to adjust to get the fuel ratio right. So I'm hoping that's all that is. Okay, so I think I found out what the problem is. This over here has a bad connection. Yeah, this over here has a bad connection, which is causing it to only intermittently squirt gas into it. So I got a new connector, I hope it fits. Okay, so I think I've got it resolved for the time being. I used butt connectors temporarily, but I would like to go back and solder the connector there. So it's holding out for now. Hopefully that'll last. Okay, so I finally found out what the real problem is. I didn't have an engine light on the dash, but I plugged my code reader in anyways, and on a side note, it turns out my check engine light is burned out because I had 4 codes on there, so I'll do a separate video on that. But 2 of the codes were for emissions, but the other 2 were misfires cylinder 2 and 3. So it turns out 2 of the injectors I got were bad. So I'm going to send those back, but I was in a pinch, so I went to the auto parts store and got 2 standard fuel injectors, and I wasn't sure how to feel about it because that meant that, 2 cylinders were going to be getting different, levels of atomization than the others, but I'm hoping that the computer will just compensate for that. Okay, so I finally got all 4 of the same fuel injectors in, and I mean, there's no real way to compare the 2 on camera really without having a dyno to, do before and after. But I will say that I really notice a difference when it comes to the low end torque. So when I'm on the low end of the RPM spectrum. The other thing is in terms of fuel economy. So I average about 14 miles per gallon combined, and I just took about 3-hour trip, 3 hours both ways, and calculated my highway mileage, and I was pulling a trailer with my 4-wheeler on it, both of which I have other videos on if you want to check out, but pulling a trailer on the highway, I had about 15.5 miles per gallon from my 14 combined, so that makes me, hopeful that especially when I don't have a trailer, it'll be even better. So watching, and if you're into this type of stuff, maybe consider subscribing. I'll see you next time.